see building in or building out of the show. It's done here. So it's the tape room. Steve Grant, one of the,
None of that's true. We really just sit and watch YouTube.
Yeah, Steve and Phil travel with us.
So Justin, how are you, man?
Feeling very good, Ted. It's been a while, sir.
Yes, it has. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing for the PBA, and let's go from there.
All right, so we'll give you a little behind-the-scenes tour of our operation here and what it takes to get a TV show to the air. So this area behind me, this is tournament ops. So this is where tournament director, graphics, scoring, audio, social media, like this is where everybody sits kind of to make all of the different things happen. So tournament ops, there's 10, 12 people that sit here. So my position is the stable here with graphics, graphics for the scoreboard, and then the actual scoring computer, which results in what you see up on the scoreboard in venue. So everything's done manually. We're not using automated scoring or anything in any of the centers because we have random practice times and all that. So this is the graphics computer that runs all the LED ball. So for this setup, there's been a few different configurations, but this one we squared off because we had to handle the entirety of 2 teams for the team shows. So we made the settee as big as we could. So then the scoreboard, this is a permanent install here at Thunderbolt, and I posted it on Facebook, but one of the projects I had to do was basically take that thing apart and rewire it so that we could do what we do, because this is normally just a giant TV. But the top where the FS1 logos are, that's our live feed. Scoring is in the middle there, and then all of our advertisements and stuff. So if we go back here, nope, no oil anywhere yet. So these are the spectro sensors. So when you see the strike track on TV, there's the 2 sensors that measure the position of the ball. So that's what actually generates ball speed, rev rate, and the actual path that you'll see on the right side of the broadcast. It's kind of covered up, but there's a couple computers back here that operate all of that. Sound system, we got some speakers and a subwoofer. This is our camera here that when you look back at the set.
That's huge.
Yep, so there's basically, this is lens and that's camera. So these are broadcast grade. This year we did upgrade to 1080p. So we're full high def this year on all of our cameras, which was a really cool upgrade. We'll show you some of that later in the truck when we walk out there. So that's back here. So we'll head back up to the, you can see the camera positions up there in the back and the booth. That's where we're gonna go next.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, so this is the booth. Because of the layout of Thunderbolt, it's here. Sometimes it's down lane, sometimes it's back by ops. It all depends on how the bowling center we go into is configured. So these units here take all the audio and video signals and put it on fiber to go to the truck. So that's all the stuff that's plugged in there. You've got all your different monitors, so your program on the left, so that's actually what's going out to the air. And then these quads give us the ability to specify cameras. So left and right pins, 7 and 10. So we use that on scoring downstairs, so we can always see what pins knock over. This is the telestrator, so whenever you see Randy drawing, that's that. So, and then this is the specto output from the truck that comes back, so they can have statistics instant, like ball speed, position, and all that. So that reads out. These are all the read cards, so when you hear the guys, you know, like all the different, no, you're good, you're good.
Hello.
She's stage manager.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
hello, I'm Latoya. Very nice to
Nice to
meet
meet you too.
We're doing a quick tour of the set and how things kind of work. So this is a run of show. This just tells you what's coming up and what's coming up, and then these are all the read cards. So
And this is the format.
yeah, and then
Nice.
when Rob says, oh yeah, it's
Busy.
Okay.
so those are, you know, Rob reads those. Careful of your steps. We always have these positions here. Again, they're slightly different than we would be in a normal bowling center because of the space we have. So this is the super slow-mo. So when you see the view of the ball coming down and going down the lane and through the pins, that is this camera. So this has, we call it the Mo, but it's got the processing that reads it. I think it's 2,400 frames a second or something like that, just specifically this camera. And then some of the handhelds down there too. Charles' camera has the Mo on it. And then you do right lane, left lane. So that's what these positions are. And then that's a static shot. That camera doesn't move, doesn't change whatsoever. It just stays there on the tripod and gives the wide view of everything. All right, so that's everything inside. We'll head outside next.
You're good?
All right. So these are all the body packs that go on the players. They're called IFBs. They're the microphones, so when you hear them talking to themselves or talking to each other, that all happens here. All the audio guys. These are all the receivers for the microphones, and then this Hydra takes all these signals and puts it on a fiber, sends it out to the truck. So it's very similar to what you saw up in the booth. So let's follow those fibers. Yeah. So everything you've seen so far from inside here, cameras, audio, video, goes down these cables to the truck. So these are the fiber optic cables. So everything gets condensed to that. Yeah, a little tour.
I'm probably going to have this be actually a separate video of the PBA.
Yeah. So back here, TV pair, 11 and 12. They have, our PBA pins in them that we actually carry around. So the cool thing about these aren't just normal pins. These are weighed and built in sets. So there's 4 sets of them, so that when we go to tour finals, we have 4 lanes. They're rotated and they're used equivalently so that they're all broken in the same. So we use all of our own pins in all the shows. So bowling pins can vary from 3 pounds 6 ounces to 3 pounds 10 ounces. So what we do is when we weigh them, anything that's below or above gets thrown out, and then we match them up so that the sets are all matched in weight and use. So it makes
ISO goes nuts. Brightness to darkness,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, so this is the patch bay. So this is where those fibers that we looked at come in and actually plug into the truck. So you can see all the different things that, just plug in. So this is the connection to the outside world.
Cool. Awesome.
So this is the control room. So all the different video signals, all the different stuff, all comes into here. So over in that corner is Bill, he's our switcher. So the director will call for what camera they want to see, and then Bill switches it and makes it happen. So the director and producer sit on that side. Brett generates all of the Specto stuff, so you can see all the lines and all of that. The scoring is over here on the Fox box, and then that station over there is all of the names, and any text you see on screen is generated at that station. Awesome. So all of this goes to the switcher and is added and changed, and so everything that you see on TV is done live by a person. So this is the tape room. It's no longer tape, it's all digital at this point, but these EVS servers up there record the camera inputs and save them. And then these guys can wind it back, wind it forward. All the clips are stored in different names and numbers so that they can recall them and build anything that you see building in or building out of the show. It's done here. So it's the tape room. Steve Grant,
That's true. We really just sit and watch YouTube.
Yeah, Steve and Phil travel with us. So this is the V1 station.
Oh, wow.
So each one of these control panels is a camera in there. You can remotely manage every aspect. You can do iris for f-stops, focus, zoom, the whole thing. So they check the spectrographs to make sure that all the cameras are balanced with brightness and color, so that when you switch from camera to camera in different places around, everything is the same. So that's why you get consistent view with 13 cameras, 14 cameras out there. So the net return, this is actually what's going on FS1 right now. So it's kind of a way to check to make sure that when we're broadcasting, you know, it's coming back to us on the network. You know, he's doing testing on audio now in the booth. So that's the truck. So everything comes here and goes out.
There we go.
All right. So this is the last step of the show. This is the Uplink truck. So this actually beams our signal up to Fox satellites and gets passed over down to Fox to be broadcast everywhere. So everything you see comes into one cable right there that plugs into the Uplink, and that's where the completed show with audio, video, and the whole thing gets beamed to the sky and beamed down into your houses. So you've basically seen the show from inside on the approach, the camera lenses, the wiring, all the way to the satellite. So that's front to end what it takes to create a PBA TV show.